Very good morning and welcome to Britain's Newsroom on GB News with me, Bev Turner, and Andrew Pearce.
It keeps rumbling on, doesn't it? The Taylor Swift freebie scandal. More headaches for Sir Keir Starmer, as it's finally been confirmed, and it took Downing Street hours yesterday to confirm that he and his wife did meet Taylor Swift at her Wembley gig back in August after she was granted that blue light security escort.
You might say that he can't shake it off. Do you get that?
Even I know now that is a Taylor Swift song.
He can't shake it off.
However,
he cannot shake this off, can he?
I couldn't sing the song because I don't know the song.
Shake it off, shake it off.
But this could have just been dealt with days ago. They just number 10 just useless, the operation there.
Well, apparently, so what's so interesting, like you say, I mean, every day we're going to talk about Taylor Swift. And I go, really, is it that interesting? Does anyone really care about this? But it just keeps gaining momentum, this story, because it keeps telling us quite a lot about this Prime Minister and his government, in that they're just not being honest with us.
No.
The Prime Minister and his family, he's got a couple of teenagers. I think they're 13 and 15. I think they're the same age as my girls, actually. And they spoke with the pop star for 10 minutes after being given free tickets to one of the summer shows. Right, OK, that's the perk of being a Prime Minister. If I was a Prime Minister and my girls said, Mummy, you know what, it's a real hassle being the daughter of the Prime Minister. Can we at least get some fun out of it? Can we go and meet Taylor Swift? I'd probably go, yeah, all right, but I'm going to be honest with the public about the fact that I'm doing that.
But also, the £6,000 freebies he refunded, some of it was the Taylor Swift tickets, which, so why did he take...
Who did he refund that to? Taylor Swift?
Yeah, and also, so why did he take them in the first place?
It doesn't make any sense.
It's a mess. Let's talk to Paul Richards, who is a former Labour Special Advisor and columnist. Paul, you've been around the block, you and I have been around the block a long time. This should have been dealt with by number 10 days ago. They should have just lanced the boil. But instead, we're dragging it out day by day. Why didn't they just say at the beginning, yeah, he had free tickets, he's given the money back. By the way, he did meet Taylor Swift. He had nothing to do with the blue light police escort, or he did or he didn't.
Just the very first point, Andrew, is this. Can you imagine if Taylor Swift came to the UK, was assassinated on British soil, and it was subsequently discovered that she hadn't had a blues and twos police escort? We've been in the middle of an absolute massive global diplomatic storm right now.
No, I don't think we would, Paul.
So I do not begrudge her having a police escort while she was in the UK. So that's the first thing.
Hang on a minute, Paul. No, that's not the first thing. We can't let that go. That means you are setting the precedent for every A-list celebrity who arrives in this country to have a police escort on the remote possibility that it might be assassinated in a country where we don't routinely have a lot of guns.
Well,
think about what you just said. If Taylor Swift was assassinated...
Hang on. The next point is, was there a credible threat against her? Well,
no.
We know she had to cancel a concert in Vienna because there was. And we also know that the Manchester Arena was bombed when Ariana Grande was singing there, and multiple fatalities as a result of a suicide bomber. So the threat is real. So there should have been a police escort.
There was no threat.
A genuine threat. The next question is, did she get this because she had a word in the ear of somebody on high? And my answer to that is, no, because the British police make operational decisions based on threats and operational matters, and the British bobby cannot be bought or bribed. And therefore, she was right to have it, and the process was right, whereby she got that police escort.
Paul, hang on. You're not telling it as it is, because you know that the Metropolitan Police assessed and said there was no security risk. It was then when Taylor Swift's mother, who's her manager, said if we don't get it, we'll cancel the concert, which was a threat. So the Mayor of London got involved, Sadiq Khan, the Home Secretary got involved. Unprecedented. And even the Attorney General got involved. It's unheard of. And there was no security risk. And the Metropolitan Police, in my view, were bullied by ministers. Because it's been widely reported, and the Metropolitan Police said there was no security risk, which was why they didn't agree it, which was why they had to get the Attorney General involved.
I think they took a view that there wasn't a risk, because that's why she got the escort. Because as we know, she had to cancel it.
They were indulging
genuine risk.
They were indulging a billionaire VIP. That's what they were doing. This government was indulging a billionaire VIP.
Paul,
the CIA actually thwarted a genuine threat to her life in Vienna. You know, there would have been a bombing if the CIA hadn't thwarted it.
That was thwarted.
Threats are real.
I know, but listen...
the threats are real.
That was thwarted in Austria, and those people involved in that were actually arrested. That threat was neutralised in Austria. If there was a credible threat to her life, that is the first thing that would have come out when this erupted. Starmer would have said there was information, there was security, that we were intelligence that we were acting upon, and therefore we gave her the blue light protection. He hasn't said that. Nobody has said that. This is simply a sequence of events whereby Sir Keir Starmer and all of his acolytes like to bask in the reflective glory of celebrity. They seem to be very seduced by expensive, glamorous things, and consequently, he cannot shake this off at this stage.
Well, I disagree with all of that. I don't think he is somebody who particularly enjoys doing it. I think he went for his kids and his family. I think, as you say, it's one of the very few perks of a rather unpleasant job. And it's not a secret. I mean, he put it on social media. You've got the picture right there that viewers can see right now. So it wasn't some sort of hidden thing. He was there explaining he was there and telling us all he was there. Now, to Andrew's point about number 10 and the optics and the processing, I've been saying for weeks they need to sort themselves out in terms of the communications and getting a proper grid in place and speeding things up and all of that. Absolutely fair comments. These kind of stories need to be nailed early, get the facts out and let people make their own mind up. When people look at this, I think they'll go, well, man takes tickets for concert, has quick chat with pop star, so what?
So what? Taxpayers' money to protect her. That's so what? £150,000 to get her up the M4 with a blue light.
Oh, hang on. How much money did she bring into the economy? She brought millions into the British economy by these concerts. I mean, they generated vast amounts of cash, far more than what
she can afford to pay for her own security.
But we don't have private security in this country.
Exactly.
We have the police force.
Well, she could afford her. Yeah, but so Prince Harry.
I trust
Prince Harry is a member of the royal family.
Made a decision based on security concerns.
Well, there was no security concern, Paul. I repeat, you need to read into this a bit more. There was no security at all. It was because of pressure from government. Because the Home Secretary intervened because the wretched woman's mother said, my daughter will not perform unless she has proper protection. The mother made the decision. Her mother made the decision. When did Taylor Swift's mother become in charge of British security intelligence? It's extraordinary, Paul. It's extraordinary. But also, Paul, the Prime Minister decided, on the advice of Sue Gray, to give back the money he'd been given for the free tickets. So should he have taken the free tickets in the first place? Clearly not.
Well, I think that is a reasonable question, because I think it looks like, everyone else should give the money back as well, all the other freebies. And I think he obviously felt that he personally took that decision. But it makes an unfortunate precedent then. I have to say the new government is now trying to sort this out and to make sure that ministers don't take freebies without us knowing about it. The rules are changing to reflect the disquiet from the public and elsewhere, which I think is reasonable. I don't think all freebies should be banned completely, though, because some of these things are opportunities for business leaders to meet senior politicians and discuss matters of mutual concern, and if that has to happen, fine. I mean, the BBC do it all the time, free tickets for the proms and so forth. Other media outlets also do it. And it just needs to be transparent. And the reason we haven't made so much of these rows about this stuff is because it is in the public debate. We do know about it because they have to declare it. And I think the new rules will tighten that up even more.
OK. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for your time.
Always robust. Good to talk to you, Paul. That's Paul Richards, former Labour advisor. Now,